Hey guys, Dwayne Bryant here from WagerTalk.com with another edition of DB's Freebies. I've got a college football play for you for Saturday. Before I get to that though, we got to pay some bills. So I got two specials for you that you can find on my WagerTalk page at dbbets.com. Special number one is a 30-day football combo package where you'll get all of my college and NFL plays for 30 days. Regular $249. It's on sale right now for $199. That deal expires on Sunday. Also, and this deal is exclusive to those of you who take the time to watch my video, a 3-day all-access pass for me, which is normally $59. I'm offering it right now for just $29. When you go to my page at dbbets.com, just use coupon code 3DAYDB, and you'll get 3 days of all my plays, MLB, NFL, college football for just $29. So if you buy that on Friday or Saturday morning, you'll have the weekend of all the plays covered. So let's get into the free play for Saturday's college football. It's game 193. It's Texas San Antonio at Texas, scheduled to kick off at 8 p.m. Eastern. Texas right now is a 12.5-point favorite. Both teams are 1-1 right now. Texas San Antonio started their season with a 3-overtime home loss to Houston. Lost by 2 points, but outgained the Cougars by 95 yards. Then they followed that up with an overtime road win at Army by a field goal. Texas, they started their season blowing out Louisiana Monroe at home 52-10. And then, of course, last weekend, they were the 3-touchdown home underdog to number 1 Alabama. Led Alabama up until 10 seconds left when Bama hit the go-ahead field goal to win 20-19. I really think the public is going to overreact to that result. Your average or novice bettor is going to see that and say, hey, Texas hung there with number 1 Alabama, had them beat till there was only 10 seconds left. So, surely they should be able to blow out a small school like Texas San Antonio. I disagree here. I think, this is a state rivalry game. These schools are only about 85 miles apart. And when you have these state rivalry games like this, the smaller schools are often very highly motivated in these games, more so than the big brother school. So I think you're going to see UTSA here put up a big fight here. They're very well coached. Jeff Traylor is their head coach. They're 20-8 since he took over. They've only had 2 losses by more than 2 touchdowns. They're 17-9 against the spread since he took over, and that includes a perfect 5-0 ATS on the road against non-conference opponents. This is also a potential letdown spot for Texas. They're coming off that emotional, loss to Alabama at home, 1-point loss. They also lost their starting quarterback in that game. And now they've got their Big 12 opener against another state rival, Texas Tech, on deck. So they could be looking past Texas San Antonio here, maybe a little let down off that Bama game and losing their QB. But that's not where their QB issues end. Their backup quarterback who finished that Bama game, he was walking around on a gimpy ankle. The guy behind him also has an ankle issue. Don't know if he'd be available. So their worst case scenario is they might be looking at redshirt freshman Charles Wright making his debut. So they're obviously hoping it doesn't come to that. Texas San Antonio, they're going to treat this like a bowl game. This again, it's an in-state rivalry. They're facing Big Brother, and you got to remember, a lot of these Texas San Antonio players are from the state of Texas, and many of them probably didn't even get an offer from Texas to come play for the Longhorns. So there's a lot of guys that are going to be playing with a chip on their shoulder on that UTSA sideline. So I think they're going to hang tough here. It's tough to call for the upset. It's not out of the question. But definitely, hanging within 2 touchdowns and now plus 12.5. I definitely think they can hang within a score here. The line move agrees. It opened at 14. It's down to 12.5. I'm going to go ahead and use Texas San Antonio plus 12.5 as my free college selection for this weekend. That'll do it for this edition of DB's Freebies. Remember to take advantage of those 2 special deals at dbbets.com. And best of luck on all of your football plays this coming weekend.